And hello, everyone. Bo Williams here in the WATE 6 on Your Side newsroom. As we do every Friday, I want to get you up to date on what's going on traffic-wise around the area. Some spots we are watching for you on this Friday. Also, we're going to take a look at some upcoming work that could slow you down. Some of it's downtown. Other areas are going to be out on the interstates and state highways. So we do want to get you up to date on what's going on. So first things first, as always, like to take a look at what's happening around the area. We're going to bring in the TDOT SmartWay map for just a second. We do have some slow traffic for you. Clinton Highway up around 640. Also I-40 heading out of town, eastbound here over on the east side of town. We'll check on that in just a moment. But first, we want to head down toward Athens right now. This alert just coming up a few moments ago. Multi-vehicle crash, 75 southbound McMinn County. This is near mile marker 48. Still working to clear this one. Looks like two lanes, southbound left lane and the left shoulder are currently blocked. So you're going to see some backups in this area. But again, it's a southbound 75 right there near the exit to Athens in McMinn County. So if you have business that takes you to Athens or beyond, say to Chattanooga, just know that you're going to hit a little bit of a delay in that area. But we'll continue to check on that. We'll check on it one more time here before we let you go on this Friday afternoon. Bring it back to Knoxville for a moment. Do want to bring in the TDOT SmartWay cameras for just a second. Get you up to date on how things are shaping up here. And as we saw, some slow traffic for you east of town. So let's click on a couple of the cameras here. This is I-40 east of the Holston River Bridge. Heavy traffic for you right now, heading out of town eastbound on 40. Typically, we'll see this on the west side, but the east side today, starting to see some of those backups. Let's see if we can get ahead of this and pick up on what's going on. And there you go, just over here on the shoulder, the left of your screen. So that'd be the right shoulder. Actually, have someone standing out in the roadway. I think it's an officer. They're trying to get some of the THP cars back into traffic here. So they're trying to force everyone to merge over. So it looks like this is starting to clear up. But the problem there is you've got quite the backup. I'm going to take myself out of this here for a moment. You can see if you follow the little cursor here all the way back. This is a long delay for you eastbound 40 coming out of Knoxville. Crews, at least some of the cars still here on the shoulder. You've got this one vehicle here with its flashers on, two patrol cars sitting here still, so traffic is getting by, but it is going to be slow for some time. We're going to take this back down a little bit, show you some of the backup here. Let's bring in the camera back near Asheville Highway. Again, seeing slow traffic for you there. We'll take it back a little bit further. Let's see if this is impacting 640 at all. I don't think it is. This is 640 across Rutledge Pike. So the backup takes you to about Asheville Highway, and then after that it should start to look okay as you're making way this way. But once you get past the 640 interchange there at Asheville Highway, that's where you're going to hit some of these delays. Here's a look for you at the Holston River Bridge. Again, all lanes right now slow going. The incident's over on the shoulder of the road as we'll bring it back for you here. But again, you do need to slow down as officers are still on scene at this moment. And there you go. Just give you another look again. So traffic is getting by and it is slow eastbound on 40. So we'll check on this again as well before we say goodbye here in a little bit. But just know if you're ready to head out of town, 40 eastbound, you can have a lot of friends with you out there on the roadway. Just be patient. You will get to where you're going. At least no lanes are blocked. Looks like the other alert that was north of town, that has now been removed by TDOT. It was right up in this area where you had Clinton Highway 75 and 640. So some good news there. That we will click on the TDOT SmartWay camera at 640 and Gap Road. And this is looking back toward the east. That right-hand lane, pretty typical. That's traffic trying to merge onto 75 northbound. It's just one lane, that overpass. And you can see right now we're starting to see those delays on this Friday afternoon. 275, trying to get on 275 south is going to be fine. It's just that 75 north, just so you know that things are going to be a little on the slow side for you there. Let's bring the map back in here to play for just a second. Let's see if there's any other spots we need to check on. We'll take this wide, and it looks like, let's go down Alcoa Highway for a moment. Looks like traffic just north of McGee-Tyson Airport looking okay. It is a little tad heavy, but no backups, no stop-and-go traffic. So if you have to pick somebody up at the airport, or maybe you're heading down there to catch a flight, you should be okay. Just keep in mind all the work that's going on at McGee-Tyson Airport, especially with the pickup and the drop-off. It's a little different. Also, where you can park, waiting on passengers to fly in. Just follow the signs. That's your best advice, and just be patient. But you got to keep moving in line. There's no pulling off on the shoulder or anything like that. Officers will make you move. Let's bring in a live look right now. This is I-40 westbound out near Level Road, and traffic there looking pretty good for you at this moment. No big problems for you both directions there, so we should be in pretty good shape, at least at this time. Many times this is one of those areas that's just heavy traffic, but right now, out on the west side, this is pretty good for a Friday afternoon. No lie, no major problems for you there. So we'll definitely take that. All right, so that's how things are shaping up right now out on the roadways. We'll come back and check on some of those troubled spots here in just a little bit. But we do want to check on a few things that are coming up for you, just so that you are aware. First, beginning next week on Monday, and this is a story we've been watching for you here at WATE. They're going to do some work. They're going to start to demolish the Pryor Brown garage. This is downtown Knoxville, and so you're going to have a closure here along Market beginning Monday between Cumberland and West Church. Here's the garage right here. But this section of Market is going to be closed as they begin that demolition of that building. Used to be a parking garage. They've had all different plans for it. Finally, they said, we're just going to have to tear it down. And again, this has been coming for several years now, but finally it looks like work is going to start on Monday to do that. So again, just be careful there. Just know that you will not be able to travel down Market between Cumberland and Church once that demolition begins. Once that's all done, you will have some sidewalks that will be closed off as well outside of this area, so just for pedestrian traffic as well. Note this will continue to be a little bit of a headache for some of you moving forward until they get everything cleared out of the way. Also, another area we're watching for you, Alcoa Highway. It's one of those projects that just doesn't want to go away, and if you see the sign traveling down Alcoa Highway, this section of Alcoa, this is going to be under construction until 2027. So, you know, something we're going to be used to here for a while, but watch out again through Saturday. So through tomorrow, you're going to have those off and on again road closures or rolling roadblocks, I guess. They'll be short in duration. Got caught in one of them earlier this morning. Last about 20 minutes. It could be north or southbound, but typically they've been northbound here as of late on Alcoa Highway. But we're talking the area between Woodson Drive and Cherokee Trail. So just south of the river as you're heading up toward UT Medical Center. Also, you'll have crews working on the off-ramp from Alcoa Highway north to, say, UT Hospital and Cherokee. We'll zoom in on this for you here as well. So crews will be working in here. They'll have flag crews helping to direct traffic, but also you'll have some stop-and-go traffic there as well. And again, this will run through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So, just know after 3 o'clock you should be okay, but that runs through this weekend. Chances are it'll be back again, so just keep it tuned right here and we'll keep you posted as that Alcoa Highway project continues between now and 2027. All right, also, if you're going to be traveling in Blount County on I-140, or really it's 162 at this point, Pellissippi Parkway, once you get past Alcoa Highway heading toward Old Knoxville Highway, that section from Cusick Road all the way down to 33, you're going to have some lane closures through there. They're working on I want to say this is a bridge. Yeah, it's some bridge work in that area, an overpass. You've got the one here at Cusick, you've got another one here at Russell Road. So crews have been working in this area, and that's why you got some not as many lanes to work with, but expect that again next week along 162 Pellissippi Parkway. Again, once you get past Alcoa Highway heading toward 33. So just something to keep in mind. And then another stop for you. This one here takes us back to Knox County. This is I-40 right there at the Rutledge Pike interchange. So this is mile marker 392, and beginning Monday and running through Thursday next week, you've got some lane closures that are going to be scheduled. The work will be taking place between 9 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon. So this is not going to be overnight work. This is going to be during the bulk of the day, so just be prepared. They've got some bridge inspections they have to do here. If you recall, 40 actually crosses over Rutledge Pike in this interchange here. So crews are going to be out here working. You will have some lane closures. I would say you could probably expect some issues on 11W below, but definitely 40 you will see some lane closures as well beginning on Monday. And that will run through Thursday, weather permitting. Of course, this could be an interesting week coming up as well as weather, but that's on the schedule right now between 9 and 3 in the afternoon. One option for you if you do get caught in some of those backups, think about using 640, especially if you're trying to get to West Knoxville. That could be your best bet. You can even jump on 275 or hop off on Broadway, just depending on where you're trying to get to. But if they are able to get out and do some of that work next week on 40 at Rutledge Pike, you will see some delays in both areas. All right, so that's a few of the things that are coming up next week. Not a lot going on as far as new projects, but a few that could definitely cause you some issues. We'll zoom back in here for a moment, take a look at some of the TDOT cameras happening right now before we let you go. Live look for you, TDOT north of town. This is I-75 north of 640. So not far from Merchant. Starting to see a little bit of a slowdown southbound 75, especially the exit ramp heading over to 640 westbound. Let's see if this is causing any further issues for you here. We'll back it up all the way to Merchant, bringing the camera there. And yes, that right-hand lane, that's traffic trying to jump off onto 640, whether they're trying to go eastbound or westbound. Through traffic's going to be fine. So if you're coming into town here soon on 75 South, you're going to be fine. But if you are coming into Knoxville and need to hit on 640, just know you're going to see some pretty significant backups there trying to get to that off-ramp, that's for sure. Check back in on the accident we saw in Athens on I-40. Let's see if the alert is still there. So we'll take you down to McMinn County. Keep going. There it is. Yeah, they still have this one up. And again, it's 75 South, McMinn County, mile marker 48. It was reported a little after the lunch hour, but obviously still causing some issues with the one with the left lane and the left shoulder still blocked at this time. So if you know somebody heading south toward Chattanooga on 75, you may want to give them a quick shout. Tell them to either get in the right-hand lane, or if they could get over to Highway 11, because 11 just runs parallel to 75. This could save them some time, that is for sure. So give them a heads up, and that will help them out as far as their travels there, trying to get to, say, the Chattanooga area. And then we're still seeing those delays. We'll check one more time here on the cameras. I-40 eastbound, we had that incident earlier. Looks like the backup not as bad. Traffic starting to move. Let's get ahead of it here and see if everything's been cleared up. No, still have one vehicle, one law enforcement vehicle here, along with the truck with its flashers on. So not as many as we saw before, but we're still seeing that backup. So until everything here is cleared up, still going to be slow going there, 40 eastbound, heading out, say, towards Strawberry Plains. So just something to keep in mind. It is over on the shoulder. No lanes are closed, but again, it is causing some backups for you. All right, that's how everything is shaping up right now on the roads. That's just a few of the projects looking ahead to next week. Just keep in mind that Market Street closure. If you're going to be heading downtown for that demolition, that'll be happening there with the old parking garage right there on Market between Cumberland and Church. As always, be safe out on the roadways, and we look forward to doing this all over again next week. Don't forget, you can always send us an email if you have a question about a certain road in your area. And then if you do see like a pothole or something that needs to be fixed, you can also call TDOT at 833-TDOT-FIX. That's 833-836-8349. All right, have yourself a great weekend, and we'll be safe out on the roads, and we'll see you again next week.